Hey, what is up guys, and welcome to probably one of the craziest builds for Wulong. We are looking at probably one of the highest damaging Grace sets in the game by far, and I'm 100% sure you would never have expected the set to be this freaking good. In my almost 700 to 800 hours of playing the game, I've never been able to hit numbers quite like this. So what we are looking at is the Taiyi Grace Set. On paper it just looks like another regular Grace. If you have two sets of dual blades active and A on agility, then you will get the Taiyi's primordial principle effect whenever you perform a fatal strike. The bonus on this set is also nothing exciting other than just giving you full invincibility while dodging after you perform that fatal strike. But what is the most important is the final effect, where we get increased damage and spirit damage if you do take a hit while dodging. And damn, oh my god, the damage is so freaking good. Like, why is the damage so high when we have this effect active? Once again, your morale will play a part, but with just my normal attacks, I can do thousands of damage. Just with my light attacks. Look here, I'm just using my light attacks here, and the boss just instantly dies. And the dual blades have some of the weakest damage in the game. Just to show how everyone this Grace set works, firstly perform a fatal strike on anyone, whether it's an enemy or a boss, it doesn't matter. Then wait for the next enemy or the boss to come to you. Once they start attacking, dodge into their attack, and if you get it right, you'll see a second icon appear at the bottom. This effect has a very short duration, so make the most of it. Once the icon appears, go crazy with any and all of your attacks. Your spirit attacks do the most damage, followed by your martial arts and then your light attacks. In that short time, you should be able to kill almost anything, given your morale is high enough. If by chance you have the damage effect active while performing a fatal strike, you will get some of the highest damage in the entire game. I was able to hit numbers that easily totaled 40, 50 to even 100,000. That is literally insane. In the whole game's life, I've never hit or even come close to seeing numbers this big. Granted, in most cases it may not even happen, as it does require a lot of setup for these stupidly high numbers to occur. I had to literally spend at least 400 to even 500 horse hooves just so I can get the perfect setup in these fights, so I can show you just how busted this Grace set really is. With that said, let's get right into the build. Alrighty, so as you know, we are using the Taiyi Grace as our main. We should also try and get at least 2 pieces of the Rimbaud Grace, just so we can inflict spirit vulnerability on martial arts as well as power drop when we use our wizardry spells. As for your weapons, it doesn't matter which of the 2 type of dual blades you go for. All you will really need to have is 2 martial arts on them, the Bamboo Sever and the Beckoning Pine. These are surely the best martial arts that can break almost any enemy very quickly. As for your stats, I found the best way to break spirit bars super easily. On your first weapon, get the effects melee attack power, and then lightning enchant and lightning defense penetration. And on your second weapon, get stone enchant and stone defense penetration. There are absolutely no bosses in the game that are completely immune to those 2 elements. Some of the smaller enemies may be immune to those elements, but no bosses whatsoever. With this setup, you can easily chain these 2 elements onto the bosses one after the other, and guarantee you will break their spirit bars super easily. And as for your divine beast, we use Baze. This is just the best beast to use, since whenever you call him, and anyone who gets hit by his ice crystals will take increased damage, so he's just good to have on. For your stratagems, we try to get as much more damage as we can on all of our attacks, so we get the audacious onslaught. This will render our dragon pots useless, but it will in turn give us extra damage to everything. If you would like to have healing on, then I don't recommend that you get this, but if you feel comfortable in your play, then go for it. Then for your second one, I keep the last stand on, just so I can get those few seconds of invulnerability if I ever need it. As for your armor, try and get your Grace pieces on some light armor, as you need that A on agility. Then as for your stats, we once again just go with our overall melee attack damage to boost just about every attack we do with our weapon. That's basically all you need. After that, you can literally go with whatever other stat that you wish to run with. I went for a few ice attack power and then wizardry spells consumption. Since I mostly capped my morale in 1000 mile journey, I didn't bother to add more morale points gained in my premium slots. But if you do want to go higher morale, feel free to add those in the premium slots instead. Since I had many people asking how my builds would do with lower morale and stuff like that in my previous video, I decided to show you gameplay of my morale being capped so the bosses can have higher morale, and also some footage where I am at a higher morale, just so you can see the difference in how the build plays. You won't really need 7 or 8 star gear, even 6 stars will do just fine for this build, as long as you get those melee attack damage bonuses. As for your accessories, try and get as much attack power as you can or melee attack damage. Attack power is always going to be the better option in this case. For your virtue points, go with whatever your weapon benefits from. If your armor is very heavy, then you will need to add a few more in earth so you can wear that heavy armor and still have that A in agility to use the set's bonus. Otherwise, go for whatever you prefer, as it won't matter all that much. And that is all for the build, guys. This set may not look like much, but it's surely one of the most powerful in the game. As you can see, the damage is just through the roof with this. No matter the enemy you have, you can do a lot with it. Most of the time when you're playing with this build, the first enemy or the boss will be the one that you should try and kill with the fatal strike. Then we just wait for the next one to show up. The duration of the first effect is pretty long. You will have more than enough time for the second boss to spawn, get in a few dodges, and then go crazy with that damage bonus. The actual damage bonus is very short, probably only like 5 or so seconds long. So if you want to, you can always pop your last stand stratagem and get those 5 seconds of vulnerability to get those crazy attacks in. Otherwise, try to see what sort of crazy damage numbers you can get with your fatal strikes. To get those massive fatal strike numbers, firstly go for the first fatal strike and then wait for an enemy to come to you. Pop your focus zone and your amplified damage and just be ready. Some deflects and deflecting critical blows may also count as dodging, and it will get you that damage bonus. Try and see how much damage you can get and share it with us. Going at higher morale will possibly even get you even higher damage numbers than what I've gotten here, but it will also be much harder to perform, as your normal and spirit attacks will do way too much damage. I hope you all enjoyed the build and will give this set a shot. It's surely one of the strongest sets in the game once you get everything in place. It does require a bit of work, but the payoff can be well worth it. What did you guys think of the set? Let me know. I will catch you all next time.